and that's probably because of my sloppy shuffling since I don't have my middle finger. And for those of you who are asking, it's definitely like some sort of flesh-eating something, that is for sure. And at this point, this is mostly to hide the ugly mess that it has left behind, but it is definitely a much better finger than it was a week ago. Oh my god. So all is well with the finger. It's just incredibly ugly, and I'm missing quite a few layers of skin all the way around, so this also protects. Alright. Ooh, Leo, you got the 7th house. So this is the house of relationships. This area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So Leo, I believe that Sagittarius and Capricorn received this card, and maybe one other sign. I can't quite recall. Anyways, for you guys, you are either internally, in your mind and in your heart, really being introspective about all your relationships of present and relationships of past. And these are the more significant relationships, or people that you consider to be more significant than just like an acquaintance or a fling, or, you know, something along those lines. You could be in deep introspection about all of this, like, you know, what do these people bring to my life? What do I bring to their lives? What's the significance of this relationship still being in my life? And again, this is friends, family, lovers, business partners, things along those lines. For others of you, this could be that it's not an internal thing where we're in contemplation. This is more just that you have a lot of social interactions, or a lot of engaging with friends and family this week, where that is the consumption of most of your time, where you are, you know, fulfilling commitments or obligations to these people for whatever reason. So, let's pull some tarot cards to take a look at what that energy is really talking about. Okay, so we have the World, the Three of Coins, the Emperor, the King of Wands. Lots of fire and masculine energy so far. The Two of Coins, and the Fool. Oh my gosh, Leo, wow. Wow, and look at the next two cards are two aces. So, based on the two aces and their position, yeah, some of you are definitely taking a step back from relationships that are very significant for you. I don't know, maybe they're bad relationships, or maybe you don't feel like they're honest and true, whether the people you're dealing with, or maybe you don't feel like you're 100% in or honest and true, and, you know, that's why there's this deep contemplation. But yeah, definitely relationships, matters of the heart. You're in deep thought about it, and I don't know that you're really letting anybody know that, okay, based on this ace. But with this, following the Fool here, Leo, there's definitely new beginnings. And for those of you who are single, I feel like there's new love out there for you. You just can't quite see it yet, okay? Because you see how this is hazy? Like on this side, this is like the burst of something new. On this side, it's like there is something coming, but we've got to figure some things out first, okay? So those were more just like a little extra. Anyways, with the Fool and with the World and the Fool here, That's the ending of something, and here is the new beginning, which whatever we're leaving behind, where we're headed is so much better because we have the Three of Pentacles here and the Two of Pentacles, and this Emperor. Many of you, this is about your job. Okay, we're either leaving our job or we are moving up in our job. Because down here, this guy, the Two of Pentacles on this side, is like, hey, notice me, notice what I can do. And with that, it's like you let the right people see your talent, see your shine, okay, because it sits below this Three of Pentacles, which is all about, your job, working with others on a team projects. And it's like, hey, notice me, hey, notice me. But with the World here and now this new beginning, this could be very much like a promotion. For some of you, with relationships, like the right people in the workplace, you've got to let them see what you can really do. You've got to speak your voice up and be heard, because perhaps you have a really jerk of a boss that, isn't going to highlight your talent and what you bring to the table. Like, something's done, it's handled, but the credit never goes to you. If that speaks to you, it's time for you to toot your own horn and make yourself seen, make yourself heard by the right people, and it will elevate your career. It really will. Others of you, this is like, I am done. I am not being appreciated where I am. And if you put yourself out there, there is another job. It very well could be this week. It's like end, and here's this new beginning. That's awesome. Also, because the Emperor and the Fool's paired up, this, Leo, is, some of you are like, hey, I have my own idea to generate income. And maybe it's you need sponsors, you need more money, you need resources, you might need a loan. And I just feel like if you put yourself out there, tell anybody and everybody what it is that you need to align yourself with, because you don't know what conversation you have with somebody could actually, bring you what you need. And I'll tell you this story. This is what I'm talking about. There was this lady, and her husband and her child lived in their dream house, and all of a sudden they started getting very ill, especially the husband and the little boy. And the woman would get sick, but not to the same degree that her child and her husband were getting ill. And they were going to so many doctors, and it's like, is it an allergy? What's going on? And the husband ended up actually getting brain damage from it, and respiratory issues, and the child having respiratory issues. Well, this lady is she has to go on some sort of business trip, and she's just sitting on the plane next to a stranger, and somehow they start talking, and she's telling him about the different issues that her family has been going through, and they don't know what's wrong. And he says to her, well, that sounds like you have mold. And she's like, well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. My house is, brand newly built. I keep it pristinely clean and sanitized. There's no mold in my house. And, he's like, no, I'm telling you, based on what you're saying to me, that's what's wrong. And she was just like, yeah, whatever. But to humor him, they exchanged information, because guess what? That's what he did. He owned a business that removes toxic mold from businesses and homes and things like that. So he agrees to just go check her house out. And guess what? He was right. So, they just have this random conversation, and after months and months and months of illness and no doctor, nobody being able to tell her and her family what's going on, here's this random stranger on an airplane that gives her the solution to what's going on in her life. I'm telling you, the universe is everywhere. It speaks and moves through every single person, and it will align you to every answer and every resource you will ever need. It's just really a matter of you opening yourself up to it or not, okay? So whatever it is you're trying to achieve here, if you're trying to start generating income from your own business or some sort of money making idea, and you're like, I need this or I need this connection, just talk to anybody and everybody. You do not know who has what you need or who can actually lead you in the direction of what you need. The universe has got you. I promise you that, especially with these two cards here. Some of the people that you may be dealing with could be in Aries, as you know, the Emperor is the Aries card in the major arcana, this right here. But then we have this Fire King, which very well could be you, Leo, because you're a fire energy. Or it could be a Sagittarius or an Aries. But in this position, it's like, okay, this is over, this chapter is over, I am ready for the next adventure. What do I need to do? Who do I need to see? Who needs to notice me? Because I'm ready to go. So Leo, this week, it's about an ending and a brand new beginning for you. And though I do see this is primarily probably about your work or some sort of way to generate income, you know, this is a general reading. So you truly have to decide if what I'm saying here resonates in your life and where does it fit in your life if it does, okay? Many of you, this is about a job. But I will say this. Some of you are like maybe going on vacation this week and you're going to be trying to vacation while working, and you would be better served to maybe just focus on your vacation and leave the work behind, you know, especially if you are on a vacation with your significant other. Others of you, this very well could mean this week you are traveling for business. It could maybe be unexpected or an unexpected opportunity shows up. Just know, Leo, that you have completed something here with the world and you're headed to better. I mean, that is so beautiful that that's your beginning card, and that's what ends your week is the Fool in this position, the brand new beginning. But on this side, it's like where you're headed is so much better than where you've been. So if it's been really rough and tough, it's getting better, Leo. So let's pull a card to see your overall outcome for the week. Just whatever you're trying to accomplish, make sure the people who need to see and need to know your talent see it. You're definitely ready. You have the energy. All right. Grove, we like this. And this is card 21. This is card 21. So it's synchronicity right there. This right here, Leo, is saying this week is going to be a much softer, warmer week of energy for you. Like I said, if it's rough and tough, it's a much easier week. This is all about healing, people apologizing to you, and, you know, if there's somebody you need to apologize to, this is a perfect week to do it. It's like, let's balance and clear this energy. I'm done with the past, whatever that means for you. I'm ready to heal myself and move forward very strong in who I am. You know, not weak at all. So, beautiful card for you guys as overall outcome. Like I said, 5 weeks end, you're in a very good place. I can't say that, but for all the readings I've done this week, so yeah, looks great, Leo. So let's pull you just a little love message for the week to see what comes out from the romance angels. Alright, so we have codependency, very interesting. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So with this right here, it could really be about literal addictions like alcohol, drugs, or it could be, you know, more elusive addictions like porn or anything like your OCD about, some people have the weirdest addictions. This could even be Facebook and crap, There's been so many studies done about how Facebook is truly just like releases the serotonin or whatever in your brain. Like, look into it. I don't really Facebook ever. I just don't vibe with it. But, if you are somebody who's just like always up on Facebook or any sort of social media where you've just got to constantly be connected, or who you're dealing with is like that, it's a problem. And that's why this is coming out. Any sort of other addictions, it's like a problem. But also with this here, it could mean where you're feeling as though maybe your partner is a bit codependent on you, or maybe you're questioning if you are kind of codependent on your partner, opposed to having an interdependent type of relationship. So I'm not surprised to see this because we have the seventh house and, the world and the fool, and Grove, sorry. I always want to call this card Groove. And I'm like, no, it's Grove. It's Grove. But anyways, I just feel like Leo wants to get rid of it, like any bad habits, just wet blanket type of people. People that don't notice, don't appreciate, don't value, situations, circumstances. It's like, I'm done with this. I'm ready for a new start where I feel good and I feel free. And if it's, if that means that all I have is pretty much the clothes on my back, I'm good with that at this point. I can rebuild myself. I'm done. All right. So let's pull you an overall energy for advice. Ooh, we have intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. Leo, your intuition is on point this week, and even more so than normal. Also, with this, the universe is saying, through this healing that's taking place, it really opens up your centers to where you're a much clearer channel, where your intuition is more strongly felt. So, what you're feeling inside intuitively, you are correct. Trust yourself, okay? Especially with this relationship being highlighted, relationships in general, it's like your intuition is not wrong. And I think that's why we have this Fool here, is we're moving forward and things are much better than where they've been. And look at 43 is a seventh house. So there you go. So anyways, Leo,